Hi, I'm Rosie Clarke from Museums at Night, and I'm here with our former Museums at Night intern, Beth Hogben. So Beth, why did you want to get involved with Museums at Night?
Well, I was doing a master's in tourism and I wanted experience of being involved in a kind of cultural tourism sort of related festival. I wanted to kind of get experience of event management, working in a cultural organisation and generally sort of get involved in the cultural world, really.
Yeah, sure, something for your CV that you can build on, yeah. So what did you do? What were some of the things that we asked you to do as an intern, just to give prospective interns an idea of the sort of thing they might be asked to do?
There was some admin work, sort of, in the office, kind of spreadsheet based on computers, as is expected. But then there was more kind of out and about interviewing people on the day at the Museums at Night event. Some research that went into the evaluation that I helped on, analysing statistics and being involved in meetings, and a real varied across the board experience.
Yeah, okay, cool. And how would you describe the environment working with Culture 24, like the office environment day to day?
Well, the office is based in Brighton, which is a really exciting place to be. And everyone who works at Culture 24 is really friendly and approachable, and it's quite a relaxed environment. So compared to other places that I've had experience of before, it's kind of easy to ask lots of questions and not feel intimidated, and there's kind of fun things happening all the time and stuff. So yeah, a really nice place.
Yeah, oh, excellent. So what were some of the things that you learned from your placement with us?
I think one of the major things for me was about how events in the cultural sector are funded, which is something that I'd read about in textbooks but hadn't really seen applied in real life. So that the kind of challenges that go with sort of trying to find funding, and also analysing kind of feedback from evaluation questionnaires for visitors.
Yeah. Okay. What for you would be some of the challenges that you faced?
So my circumstances were that I was still studying, and I also had a job, sort of just to kind of day-to-day feed me type of job alongside this. So it was juggling that with kind of my other commitments was not difficult, but a bit of a challenge to kind of get all those things to balance out.
Yeah. So time management is clearly a key skill for people. Yeah. Did I ask you about your highlights? Yeah, I don't think I did. What were some of your highlights?
Well, probably the best, most exciting thing that happened was the launch from Museums at Night. Was at number 11 Downing Street. So it was really exciting to go into that and be kind of in the room with lots of people from the industry, but also in such an important building. And that was a really fun sort of glitzy thing to go along to. So it's probably the best thing.
Oh, cool. And you were also involved in Connect 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how was that?
That was really interesting as well, because it was a new sort of element to Museums at Night. So it was kind of exciting to be at the forefront of something new and exciting that was happening, and also because that's very much artist and art driven, and I haven't had experience in that area before. So it was really nice sort of just finding out about 10 new artists and people's reactions to them being involved and that kind of thing. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, and it makes you realise that as well as the actual events happening with the artists, there is such a lot of kind of background research and data entry and all that sort of thing that has to be done to make it such a success. So yeah, I mean, it was certainly great to have your help. Would you have any tips for potential interns, people who are sort of considering what their next steps are? What would you recommend?
I think the best thing is just to try and get involved in every aspect of the of Culture 24, if that's where you're going to intern. So even though your role might be Museums at Night, if there's opportunities to kind of learn about what the rest of the organisation is doing, that's really useful just to kind of get a more sort of holistic experience. And also just be really enthusiastic and sort of help wherever you can and that kind of thing. But I think also kind of treating it almost as if it's a real job is also a good tip, because you kind of value it more yourself, and Culture 24 will get more out of it if you see your role as being this is what I do, this is my job one day a week or whatever it is.
Key part
I think that's really important. Yeah, so you feel more part of the team.
Yeah. I mean, other new things that we sort of got you going with social media a bit as well, yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that I hadn't really had that much experience of before interning at Culture 24, and so it was really useful to sort of learn from you doing it in your day-to-day job, you know, how to write things for a blog and use sort of platforms like Storify and that kind of stuff, to how that's a way of communicating with visitors. And now in my current role, I've managed to sort of use that experience and build on what I learned from you guys. So
that's really
cool. Useful.
Yeah. Do you want to tell people what your current role is that you've now gone to do?
I've now just started working for Visit England as a project officer with them, which I think if I hadn't have worked as an intern at Culture 24, I probably wouldn't have, had as much to say in my interview and got the post really. So yeah, definitely recommend it.
Oh, there you have it. It gives you great stories to tell, certainly, and it wouldn't have been anywhere near as good without all your help. So much appreciated.
Thank you.
Best of luck in future.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Excellent.